All right, y'all. Y'all better come on. I'm only gonna be here for an hour. Whoa. Hey, welcome one person who's on here. Who's on here? Please introduce yourself. Say hello so I can know who I'm talking to. You know how I feel about people lurking. So I'm gonna wait a few more minutes until I get some more people on, and then I will begin. Who's online? Only person I could think that would jump on real quickly. Dorian, is that you? Usually you be on there when I know you can't. Phone when you at work. And Lynn, you usually talk, so I'm not gonna guess who it is. But I'm gonna wait for a few more minutes. Because you know where I'm at, sitting here at Chick-fil-A, using the Wi-Fi. I hope y'all can hear me better, even though, you know, it's a lot of background noise. Who's on here lurking? Say something, because, you know, I don't like when people be on there watching ghosts, not speaking.
Oh, yeah?
So it's 9 o'clock and they close at 10, so I'm not going to be here on here long. So I want y'all to come out and say something. But anyway, let me begin. Y'all just have to play it back. And as whoever this one person is, you don't say nothing in the next 2 minutes and no one else comes on, I'm just going to end the chat. I don't like when people get on here and don't speak. Another thing I'm going to start doing, to be honest with y'all, is I'm going to start looking through my subscribers and the ones who have YouTube channels. If I'm subscribed to your channel and I see that you're not on my channel, I'm simply going to start removing myself over other people's other people's why are they yelling like they fucking crazy at the Chick-fil-A? Stupid. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to start looking through my subscriber list, and I'm going to start deleting myself from various people's YouTube channels. I know some of y'all may have tens of thousands of subscribers, and one person not being on there will not make a difference, but I'm going to have to start really looking at who are my subscribers, and if those subscribers are on YouTube and I see that I'm supporting your channel but you're not supporting my channel, I'm not going to, it ain't going to be one-sided. one-sided. That's all I know. Hey, somebody else came on. Usually y'all jump on here real quick. I guess, dang, the minute I don't get on YouTube anymore or hardly live streaming, especially since I be on mobile, it's like I don't get it. Y'all just deserted me. But don't think I didn't notice some of y'all on other people's channels. Y'all be right there watching. And because I'm on that live stream too of other people's channels. And I say, well, dog, they don't come back to my channel no more. But that's all right. I understand. People want to visit other people's channels that's more frequent, and mine may not be as frequent. That's because I cannot go live stream unless I do this on my desktop. And people screaming like that. Oh God, it gets on my nerves. So anyway, let me start. So I'm not going to be on here long. So as you know, I no longer do Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, all the big major ones, even Zifty. I don't do those anymore, food deliveries. And it's going to be 3 years come, what month we in? April, May. Yeah, come May. A little bit over May since I've left the government. Time in August, I think that's when I started doing Uber 3 years ago. And then in the fall, that's when I started doing the food deliveries because, I started initially driving for Uber. And it wasn't until September, October, I started doing Uber Eats. Uber Eats came in Atlanta about 3 years ago. And then from then I did, signed up for DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, and all the rest of the food deliveries. And then, as I progressed throughout doing the different apps, I came across different platforms like Live and all the other ones during that time. One of the things I noticed, oh God, as much as I always say I don't want that I regret not having children, the more I come across them, I'm like, oh God, I really think I have the patience, not to say patience, but just that high pitch. Ooh, Jesus. And they do that on purpose too. Those kids, when they do that, they know they're doing that to aggravate people because they be laughing about it. But anyway, so as I started, let me charge my phone without me. So as I started doing these food deliveries rather, that's a change in terms of service. At one point, when I first started doing them, literally it would be like 10, 15 different people at one restaurant waiting to pick up food, and it was overwhelming to a lot of these restaurants. And of course, 3 years ago, Burger King, McDonald's, and all those fast food chains were not in the picture. It was mostly a lot of local restaurants who were doing the Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash. And hey, Beverly Douglas in Detroit. How are you doing? I haven't seen this name in a while. Well, not in a while. This first one, I saw your name. I usually know all my subscribers, at least the regular ones. So if you haven't subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. So anyway, I remember when I first started and how these food deliveries apps started. it was booming, to be honest. The pay was pretty good. Um, I could probably work 50, 60 hours and make $800 doing the food delivery apps. And it wasn't like I had to do a whole bunch of ones that, turn on all the apps at the same time. You could really, really make pretty good with one app, you know, because the difference is in Atlanta, it was a small market, it wasn't all over in the suburbs. It didn't expand all the way out in Stone Mountain. Hey, Avon, see you what I was talking about. I see you on other people's channels. I'll be watching y'all. Y'all be right up there on other people's channels, but that's okay. You can just listen to one. That's like trying to listen to one song all your life. You gotta listen to different variety. So let me tell you. So when the food deliveries came to Atlanta, it was in straight downtown Atlanta, Midtown, and that very small. I'm online 24 hours a day. I bet you are. So let me tell you. So it was like small restaurants, established mom and pop. I won't even say mom and pop chains because it didn't have a whole bunch of fast food restaurants in the mix for food deliveries. So the clientele was different then. It was people who had that disposable income, who had money to order food because they had a lot of these other responsibilities and time, and they had to they appreciated the service because they tipped, for one thing. Now y'all know in my old videos I used to always be complaining about us is not tipping black folks and Asian and Indian, how they didn't tip. And I used to couldn't stand delivering. Now, I'm not trying to say all black people, all Indian, all Asian, but I can assure you, out of the thousands and thousands of deliveries that I've done, I noticed it. I was wondering, is it a cultural thing? I don't know. But one thing for sure, one of the things that I read the other day, I think it was yesterday, how, everyone is striking about Uber Eats and fair pay, and they wanted, more transparency in terms of how they pay, especially DoorDash, especially Instacart, Ship, all the rest of them, to be honest. And a lot of people were complaining about how DoorDash would take $1, then if the customer tipped, and, it's a whole bunch of BS. DoorDash used to pay a flat fee of $5 plus tips. Period. Hey, Lynn, look at this. Now y'all showing up. Good. Y'all got it till 10 o'clock. Oops, look at them all in the back. They all in the background. I'm at Chick-fil-A. Y'all know I'll be at Chick-fil-A. So back in the day, DoorDash, when I did DoorDash, I would easily make $300 in 2 days. And no, it was more than that. It was more than $300 in 2 days. I was easily making, hey, Rebecca, I was easily making probably $800 easily. And I wasn't even hustling, to be honest, like that. I was not hustling. And when I did Instacart and when I did Ship, I was making $8, maybe almost $900. Now, not now because I don't do it now, but as the years went by, I saw a decline. It was like suddenly those smaller restaurants that use the service of Uber Eats and Grubhub and Amazon restaurants and all of them, I used to stop and talk to these restaurant owners. Oh, I've had the best of my train of thought I was talking about. So when I used to speak to these restaurants, I asked them about how did the process work. See, a lot of people think that these businesses were making money, more money, having a delivery service, but in actuality, it was a burden to a lot of those type of restaurants. Let me tell you the reason why. Number one, let's take they had a big real estate, big size of restaurants. In the beginning, 3 years ago, when food delivery was popping, a lot of people didn't go out. Everybody stayed home. They wanted their food delivered at the restaurant. So what is a restaurant to do? What are they to do? They still have to pay the rent for the space. They either was overwhelmed with both the patrons in the restaurant as well as the overflow of food deliveries. And then that created either one, they got too many orders coming in for food delivery that they didn't have enough staff to cook the food for those who were sitting at the restaurant. So what are you going to do? Are you going to lose your customers who come into the restaurant, who sat there and wanted food, and you only have two cooks or three or whatever number of cooks? If it became overbearing. So a lot of them it was so popular at first. A lot of them were so overwhelmed they couldn't keep up with the rest of patrons in the restaurant who sat for a dining service, and they couldn't keep up with the food delivery at the same time. They're not going to hire more employees or more cooks because that increases. They have to pay workers' comp. They have to have a higher payroll, and then you have to still pay the rent for the restaurant itself. So a lot of these small restaurants, when that contract ended with Uber Eats and DoorDash and all the rest of them, some of these had 5 tablets all across the counter. And they used to hate Uber Eats and Grubhub because they paid them 35-40% of their dining takeout food. So if they made $1,000, they have to pay them 40% of the income. And also, they paid, when they initially signed up for these companies, they had to pay an activation fee. The tablet, it was like $500 per restaurant. I asked these questions a couple years ago. I was like, what? That's expensive. I didn't know that. So if they had 3 restaurants, they had to pay $500 per restaurant to have that service. In addition, they had to pay Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Amazon restaurants. Amazon was the least expensive of them all. Amazon is not big like the other ones, but they get there. I haven't done Amazon Flex since Valentine's Day when I picked up those flowers, but they pay the most in terms of food delivery sometimes. So those regular small, hey Erika, so those small restaurants, I wouldn't even say small, but I'm talking about those, they're not the fast food big chain names, when they were paying for all those different companies to have the service because it was a novelty. It was something like brand new. And it was like, ooh, somehow or another, those sales representatives convinced those restaurants, oh, you increase your revenue by X amount of percentage, blah, blah, blah. And they said, okay. Or this was the other thing, because an Indian restaurant, Bombay Cafe, I used to always go there all the time with Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash. I was Amazon Flex. And one of the guys, he was, I need to go there to eat one day because I know they probably say, where's you at? I used to be in that place every day, Sunday through Saturday. And they hated it. They hated it with a passion. They hated those food delivery apps because it overworked them. Hey, Purpose for me. It overworked them. It overworked the kitchen staff because they had to try to keep up with the food deliveries. They had to, Food will be prepared. Drivers won't show up on, the drivers will cancel at the last minute because if the payout was not that good. They would say they accepting, and then they'll come to the restaurant, cancel, or some of them would go to the restaurant, get the food, and cancel the order, and then they eat the food. All kind of BS they were doing, all kind of stupid stuff they were doing. So a lot of these restaurant personnel, waiters, they were getting screwed too, because so many people were ordering food out. They weren't really dining in. So what was the waiters and the waitresses were to do? They didn't have a job. Man, people may say, well, they could do and turn on the app too and do deliveries and get tips and blah, blah, blah. But in actuality, when I used to work as a waitress years ago, well, I only did it at this dine-in cafe where I got paid minimum wage of $4.50 an hour plus tips, and all I had to do was carry the tray. That was when I first got out of college too. I was making some money in tips. So bartenders and waitresses, they make some good money in tips. They really do. You go to any restaurant, all you can eat places or whatever, people would leave cash tips because they were accustomed to leaving tips on the table. These food delivery companies came along, kind of took away from that pay for those people who got minimum wage, $2.13 plus tips. And then the restaurant owners themselves, they had a big, huge restaurant, all that real estate. Uber Eats, Grubhub, all the restaurants taking 35-40% from each of those. They had 5 tablets. 35-40% of your revenue is going to another company. And then, let me go back. I went off topic. So yesterday, in either the New York Times or one of those major news outlets online, reported restaurant, it was for Grubhub, and I wasn't surprised. Grubhub was charging the restaurants the fees for services that was never ordered. That means that each time that tablet rings or whatever, they paying a fee to Grubhub. But some of these restaurant owners, they was complaining in the I think it was CNN or one of those. It was online. That's why I miss missing reading actual paper. Because then, you're so used to reading stuff online, you don't know, who's the major outlet. But this was a major source news article that mentioned how these restaurants, I think it was in New York. I want to say it was New York. It was one of the places, but wherever it was, basically, Grubhub was billing these restaurants for services they did not get or perform. So, delivery drivers, gig workers, you paying 35-40% of your money to Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and all the rest of them. I don't know Amazon Flex is doing that. The restaurants are paying the same thing too. They make $1,000, they paying 40% of that $1,000 to Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and all the rest of them. So I see a lot of people's videos. They talk about, that's a great thing for the restaurants. They getting money. They making money. No, they're not. They're not making any money. Because let me tell you the reason why all these major chains, all these major food delivery companies are migrating towards McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, all these big chains. These are billion-dollar companies. They're not going to pay a delivery driver or hire their own drivers to deliver Chick-fil-A. Now, I started seeing in Atlanta, Chick-fil-A, well, maybe that's for the catering service, but I started noticing that Chick-fil-A, and don't be surprised, when that contract ends with DoorDash, because these companies have a 2-year contract with these companies, they started doing their own delivery service. I started seeing that on one Chick-fil-A I went to on the black side of town. They was gonna be hiring but I didn't know they was hiring for. And I said, I don't want to feel like working at Chick-fil-A now, um, unless I was a manager or something. They was they was saying something about they gonna start doing deliveries. And they wasn't talking about no nasty ass, stupid ass DoorDash either. They was talking about they would be offering deliveries. The employees or who work at Chick-fil-A, if somebody want to order, they're gonna deliver it themselves. But this was at one particular Chick-fil-A. But I didn't catch on and see any major announcement about it. But I think that because they have a contract with um, these companies have a contract with Uber Eats and DoorDash. When that contract ends, a lot of them's going to start to look at the bottom number, and the bottom number is that they're not going to they're not realizing they're not increasing their sales as they thought they were, and they're giving 30-40% to DoorDash and Grubhub because that's why food prices is increased. They have to, in order for them to break even or see any kind of profit, they have to increase the meal. So let's say, for instance, I just got to eat my usual chicken sandwich, drink, and fries. It's $7.35. That's what upgrade for a large fry and a large drink, or $6.39. Yeah, $6.50 or $6.40, so whatever it is. If I had ordered that same meal and I said, you know what, I don't feel like leaving the house, I want it delivered to my house, I would be paying $10 and some change for that same meal, plus the delivery fee. Now, Chick-fil-A, I think, has a little thing going where they may say, oh, you get free delivery, but I don't know. I don't do Uber Eats anymore. I don't order from Uber. I think I ordered from Uber Eats 2 times. And I could have got my lazy ass and went right onto the Krispy Kreme donut place on 78 and got that same donuts for $7, but I think I had ended up paying like 12, and that was the delivery fee plus the tip that I gave. But so Chick-fil-A meal at $6.50, for instance, going inside would probably cost me $12 maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go online one day just to see how much it costs. But it's not the same price that you pay at the restaurant. So the only one that does that is Amazon Flex. Excuse me, Amazon Flex. Amazon Flex, you could Amazon Flex, what are that spray? It used to clean up that nasty ladies' room that I just came from. I mean, I know you need to clean the grill and clean the restaurant, but they need to be right up in that damn ladies' room. But so anyway, so they make up their money by upcharging the food, and then they turn around. They gotta pay 30%, 40% to Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. So these small restaurants that used to have it, they no longer be bothered with them. That's why you see a whole lot of fast food places that you're picking up on. Taco Bell. And let me tell you, that's gonna get old too. Because when this economy starts taking a dive and people need to watch how much money they spend, exactly, they need to clean that ladies' room. All that papers and stuff on the floor. I was like, God dang. I said, what in the hell? So let me tell you, a lot of those restaurants, those contracts ended because it was 3 years ago since I've been over. When they first started, it was those small restaurants. Now, some restaurants they're gonna choose which one they're gonna use if they want to do food delivery. But a whole lot of them that used to do Uber Eats and Grubhub and all the rest of them, they got their own delivery person. Their own delivery person could deliver the food. And they're like, oh, because a lot of these workers were envious because one, they getting tips and they losing tips because a lot of people aren't patronizing the restaurants anymore. And then these restaurants, if they losing money, they can't do both. They can't do both. And if they do both, they can't keep that big real estate and have a big, huge restaurant empty while people order food and pay 30% to Uber Eats and Grubhub and all the rest of them and keep that big real estate. off, restaurant space. So a lot of these restaurants, as I'm driving about, you know, that used to be, I won't say popular, but I start seeing that they start closing down. It's no longer feasible. So, you have to kind of look at, I'm noticing that I see more restaurants delivering their own food now. Exactly, Rebecca. They are delivering their own food. Why pay 40% to 35, between 30 to 40% to four different companies if you choose to do four? Because let me tell you how these restaurants get them. They tell them, oh, well, your competitor uses Uber Eats, so if you don't deliver, you're gonna lose business because the restaurant down the street is doing it. So if you don't do it, you get left out, and then they fall for the okie doke. And then when they fall for the okie doke, they locked in for a 2-year contract or 3-year contract, and then next thing you know, they're like, wait a minute, our delivery is increasing, but y'all getting 30, 40%. We as people who's delivering food, they taking away 25, 30%, 35%, depending on who you use. All the money while we sitting up here poor with a car run down, can't run, depreciating your car so quickly. So a whole bunch of mess. Now I know a lot of people go, oh well, that supports my family and this and that. Yeah, it's good and all. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. But let me tell you, that honeymoon stage comes real quick. And when that honeymoon is over, and you start seeing to yourself, wait a minute, I'm not really making money. You're not really making money, to be honest. You're really not. And the reason why I done it for these years was because I need another source of income. I needed to make money. And I said, well, let me go ahead and do that. But when they started decreasing the pay, when I started doing Uber Eats or Uber, it was 20. Well, they told me 20%. And I thought he said it was 20%. Oh well, no, you joined after December. It's 25%. It went from 25% to 30, 35. I'm like, some way or another, you can't increase the rates and saying that's a contract. There was no way in that contract that stated they was allowed to do that. And trust me, I'm quite sure if the current administration was really focusing on the plight of these gig jobs, the only time they're going to take notice in this, because the 60% of the economy job market, they say it's going to be a 1099 or a gig job, not food deliveries. I mean, most jobs going to be independent contractors. They're not going to be employees. They're going to outsource a lot of these jobs where you're going to be an independent contractor because they don't want to pay insurance. See, that's the way how they okey doke for not wanting to pay, insurance. Companies don't want to pay insurance. Everybody want to complain about Obamacare. Oh, let's appeal Obamacare, and everybody following up between the Republicans or what they're saying about not offering insurance. But it's more than just health insurance, because it's cheaper to be healthy. And if you're unhealthy, it's costing us, the economy being unhealthy is what's breaking health insurance. You ain't never seen nobody, you ain't never had people unhealthy. You never seen a healthy person, put it that way, spend a lot of money in health costs. Basic care, go to the dentist, stuff like that. But other than that, people talking about, and that's the reason why a lot of these companies don't want to pay health insurance, because Everybody, most people in the United States is unhealthy. Everybody's, suffering from some sort of diabetes or some kind of diseases, and it costs. It's breaking the health insurance, and nobody wants to pay. But that's a whole new video altogether. To be honest, it's a whole new thing, and to say how people, you're being misclassified as 1099 because a lot of these rules and regulations. I think a year ago, I even read the statute of the tax code that described what is a employee. And trust and believe. Okay, Pete talking about paid to drive live. People always want to be on my dang channel. Get off my dang thing. We click off of this. DoorDash drivers, be careful at Chick-fil-A. Don't let this happen to you. Pay to drive sometimes, boy, he be mentioning stuff. He'd be like, oh, don't let this happen to you. Okay. Then you click on it and listen to it. I'm like, okay, that's what you really talking about? I ain't got nothing against you, Pete, but come on. You just started doing DoorDash yesterday. You just got your bag yesterday. How all of a sudden you got something to say? Don't let this happen to DoorDash. Don't let this happen to you. You just signed up yesterday. His video, he had showed him, and showed his bag. How you got something to say? You ain't got nothing to say. You just started yesterday. Shoot, take it from somebody who's been in the game for 3 years. See, I've been in the game for 3 years with Grubhub and DoorDash. If you really want to get a full insight, shoot, I'm the one that people need to be listening to. All that stuff I've been hearing, I've been looking at these videos of people, they would complain. I was like looking, I said, you know what? That ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new with those companies. None. Not a damn thing. Shoot, ain't not a damn thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing. If these fast food restaurants decided they're not gonna go into the DoorDash Uber Eats game anymore, when their numbers really reflect major losses, watch, they're gonna drop those companies like damn hot water. They ain't gonna follow. They ain't gonna study that too long. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. I'm telling y'all. Trust and believe. Look at Chick-fil-A. They still wrapped around the building. People going to the drive-thru. Anyway, some people, that gets old real quick. When you start paying $10, $11, $12, $13 for a Chick-fil-A meal that costs $6, $7, they ain't gonna stick too long. Let me tell you, when I did Zifty, two pretzels, it's normally like $7. By the time I had paid, rung up the order, it was $10 when he rung it up. When I delivered it to the customer, you know how much they paid for two pretzels? $20. I was like, really, Zifty? You doubled your price for a pretzel from $10 that was paid at the register, but when I delivered it, it was $20. Take away the little fee, the distance fee. That wasn't that much. Let's say it was $5, $15 for two pretzels. Really, Annie Ann's pretzels? And it was $25, and it was all said and done. I was like, that's crazy. But see, one thing I noticed when I was doing these deliveries for all these years, the ones who had the money, $10, $15 don't mean nothing to them. Just like Instacart and Ship. They may pay a little bit more in the groceries for delivery, but you have to have the money to do it. They ain't gonna pay no fair. They are not gonna pay no fair wages. They're not gonna pay no increase, nothing. And then to make matters worse, Uber and Lyft and Grubhub and all the rest of these companies, they don't even pay corporate income taxes. They ain't pay not liquor tax, zero, zero, none, none, not a damn thing. So they're gonna keep on doing that. They're gonna keep on doing it until someone implements the tax code, because that's what it is. When the government start losing money, when they're not 1099, nope, they ain't pay none. They don't pay none. I knew that for years. I've been knew that. I knew that when I worked at the government, when I worked at the IRS. Those companies weren't paying no corporate income tax. And a lot of them had offshore accounts to Ireland, Mexico, Switzerland. No, I know it was Ireland was for one. Um, Apple, they incorporated in Ireland, because when you go to Ireland, see, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of these companies, they incorporate themselves in Ireland because when they go to other countries, they pay 10, 15% in tax versus corporate taxes in the United States, which is like 30, 40%. So because they have intellectual property, because see, Uber Eats and Grubhub and all that, they're not factories. They don't have factories and stuff like that. Everything is technology. You can take that technology and go anywhere in the world and take your intellectual property and you don't pay any taxes. But God dang it, you as a 1099 employee driving and all that, you pay estimated taxes, you paying those quarterly taxes. I know a lot of y'all like to think, well, I get to write off all this and get to write off everything. No, you do not. And please stop saying that, because I played a couple videos ago, and I said to y'all, if you have any tax questions, please send me an email. And I'm going to start doing a series of tax questions, because I think it's important that we ask our questions and have an understanding now, not wait till next year, April, and then give all your information to the tax accountant or tax preparer, because that's what they are. Most of them are really tax preparers. And thinking that, you keep track of your mileage and stuff. All those miles ain't deductible. It's not. So I need to really start going back into that series again and really be conscious of information that I'm going to start focusing on giving. I really want to buy me another laptop, because this laptop is it's a little bit out, no, not outdated. I just want a better laptop so I could have more better quality in making videos. And I really want to learn how to start editing my videos. But for now, I want to try to get to that 1,000 subscribers so I could do my live streaming on my phone while I'm driving. But that's what the okie doke is. And a lot of these companies are committing fraud. It's just a matter, because look who's in government. The president, look at him. All those people who have all these big companies and all that stuff. Remember when the person from Grubhub, the CEO, the founder of Grubhub, he had said something about President Trump and how they ragged on him, and oh, that was a mess. You remember that? What's your new gig? Oh, my new gig. Let me go and pull it up. Oh, it's 9:40. I'm supposed to talk about yeah. See, my new gig. Let me pull it up. I came across this when I was doing my part-time job in merchandising. Come on now. Hey, look at Driving Lady Pro. She's live. Lyft cuts rates again. What the hell? See, they know what they were doing. And Avon, if you want, I could send you the link, and I'm gonna put the link in my in this video at the end. But it's CBP oil. Let me pull it up. It's better that I pull it up. I'm still doing the mystery shopping with the apartments and stuff, but dang, it's so long to do those reports. but he paid like $30, $40. This one is, let me go to it real quick. And I'm gonna do another video that specifically talks about this. See, y'all heard of that CBD oil, which basically is supposed to be it's not marijuana, but what it is I signed up to be a distributor, and it's free to join. And I'm going through the different training, but it's like basically different supplements. Let me go ahead and put the you know what? Let me put the I'm gonna put the link in the comment section real quickly, and y'all can look at it. But it's Georgia had passed the marijuana, what you call it? I guess it's for medical reasons, but let me send. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section, and y'all can go ahead and look at it. But I'm gonna do another video on it. It's like I'm typing it in at the same time. Chick-fil-A about to close in 15 minutes. And I did a lot of research on this company too. CTTTTT. I'm still here, y'all. Hold on a second. Okay, I sent the link. Now, what this is, and it's been shown on Fox News, ABC, CNBC, CNN, and they've been talking about that CBD oil. And basically what it is it's supposed to be like a health supplement, minus the side effects of making you high with marijuana. And this is, I've been seeing this lately and across a lot of, I've been seeing this a lot. I've been driving around, I've been seeing a lot of health facilities, health spas, and it's the CBD oil. It's supposed to be like from the hemp seeds, and it has healing properties. It's supposed to help you with sleep, anxiety, skincare products and things for pets, and a whole bunch of different things. Oops, let me put this in here. See, that one I showed you shows some people. Let me go in here real quick. I'm gonna put this in my description box, but I'm gonna do another video. If you're interested in enrolling, it's free to join. It's not to cost anything. But I looked at the income opportunities, and trust me, a lot of people, it's in the beginning stage right now. Because I think this has only been out for like not even, I think it's like a year, not even a year yet. You got to be careful because there's a lot of fake product out there. And this company, basically allows you to be a distributor. And a lot of people are buying these products. Okay, y'all see that link I put in there? That's what it is. CTFO. And you could basically start your own business. And there's also a, let me see if I can show y'all. You see, this is the website. I don't know if you can see that really clearly. Share my screen. They're gonna close pretty soon, and I don't want to get into the middle of talking about it. But I'm gonna do a separate video on that. But it's been featured on Fox News, ABC, CNBC, CNN, and they'll have different products that's offered. And it comes from like a hemp oil. And from that, it helps with a lot of people with anxiety, inflammation. You could it's good for your pets. And they got just a whole bunch of different products. And they did some extensive studies on this. And it's so popular now that people who have farms, they're growing hemp seeds. So they basically extract the oils from the hemp seeds, and it has very anti-inflammatory properties, but it doesn't have that. What you call it? PTP or something like that. That's in marijuana to make you high. And it said it's supposed to, have 70 different things, skincare, oil, hair growth, pet products, weight loss. It's like a whole line of different products. And you make money from each time that you sell it. And basically, I have access to going to all the different convenience stores, and I could just present them the opportunity once I really start learning how to go about the distribution. And it's not that bad in price. I mean, it's no more different. And I think it's kind of started out like in California, because California had legalized marijuana, the uses of it, but this is different because it's the extraction of the hemp seed that's shown to be a benefit. So, but I'm still doing the other gigs. But I'm mostly doing the wholesale, like survey.com. I got a few of those assignments, and then there was another company that I'm working with too. They pay, it varies in pay, $7 to $12.50. Some pay $15, to do various different tasks. Yeah, it's a CBD, and it's supposed to. This has a whole bunch of different health benefits for your pets, whole 9 yards. And the thing about it, with starting this business, you don't have to pay anything. They have its own CRM system. Everything is kind of already set up for you. Now, you can upgrade to a different level, but this one starts out for free. And it's just a matter of marketing it. You need a lot of, you can market it online. But I've been seeing a lot of places selling CBD oils, the drops and everything else. I've seen it all over the place. So I said, and it's kind of new. They said that this is supposed to be an industry that's going to grow up to $1 billion industry in the coming years. It's too new. It's so new, but they call it the green wave, the next wave opportunities. Because remember when the recession came along A lot of people losing jobs, and marijuana became legal in California and out there in the West. A lot of people made money from marijuana. They liquefied it, did all these little gummies and all these little stuff or whatever, but the government did not. It had a lot of legal implications. What makes this different is that it's not the product in it is not from the marijuana. They extracted that, so and it's now legal in all 50 states. So it's supposed to help you that what most people don't need to do make marijuana get you high. So they've been coming up with this product called CBD, which is the seeds of the hemp seeds. What time is it? 9:52. Oh, let me go on out of here. I'm gonna try to come back on here. Let me see if I come back on later tonight. Maybe I could get a connection on my cell phone. But I'm gonna do a separate video altogether so I could kind of have a flow of information. But I looked into this, and it's pretty good. And let me tell you, it is in demand too. All right, let me go. All right, y'all. Just click on that link, and I will go ahead and come on here probably tomorrow. It's 10 o'clock and it's kind of late. I've been out all day and I didn't do anything except for my apartment complex shop. But if you're interested in doing that, send me an email, tsmallwood68@gmail.com, and you can check that out too. They're based nationwide. The mystery shopping for the apartments pays anywhere from $30 to $50. Sometimes they get real desperate. They pay an extra bonus too. So that's a good thing. All right, y'all. I've been rambling enough. So please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And y'all have a good night. More on CBCB. Oh, Beverly, oops. I would love to talk about it. Beverly, send me your email and I could send you the link. And I'm going to talk about it more when I do another video. Do you see the link from above? Because I would love to elaborate and talk about this more, but play on about 6 minutes. So let me see. So Beverly, go ahead and shoot me an email. Oh, you got it? That's good. Yeah, but you know what? I'm not a person who be jumping into anything. But when I started I've been researching this for days. No, actually for the last few weeks. And I said, shoot. I said, that's really good. I see that all over the place. And I started seeing advertising in these convenience stores. Let me tell you, you have to jump into things like this when it first come out in its inventory. You wait 5 years down the road, So there was a lot of, but it's very good. I really enjoyed it, and the fact that it comes with a free system and with all the systems already in place. If you want to upgrade, I want to see what the difference is when you upgrade to the other platforms and see what that has to offer. But I'm gonna do it, especially when I'm already in the presence of other stores. I travel throughout Atlanta. That's one thing about it. I'm not saying do this if you're an Uber driver or Lyft, but in a way, if you do it the correct way, You could probably advertise that while you're driving. To be honest, you really can. And a lot of people are gonna need it. It's gonna, have better use of the product. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Y'all good night, Beverly, Rebecca, Lynn, Avon. Um, who else I'm missing? Cause I only see y'all names, but I don't see nobody else's names. Dorian, I know Dorian's on here. All of y'all. All right, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, and then I will talk about it, um, about this opportunity tomorrow, so I don't be all over the place. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Let me go. I got 3 more minutes, and then they'll be closed. But remember, if you got any questions, please send me your email with your text questions so I can go ahead and start my series. And remember, no questions is a dumb question, only the ones that nothing I've asked. So I'll talk to y'all later. See ya. Wow, my computer, I need me another laptop. This thing is stuck. All right, let me go. I've been here all day. Talk soon. All right, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with my dang computer. I can't. I got like I don't know what's wrong with this damn laptop. I broke my brand new tablet. Dropped it on the ground the other night. Lucky for me, I got insurance, but I got to pay a $200 deductible just to get another one, a brand new one. Oh, oh, oh. I'm going to be carrying this laptop when I walk to the car. I need to buy me a desktop, not a. I need to get a desktop. I'm gonna look at. I don't know if I want to get an Apple computer. Mm-mm. Ain't nobody in here. I eat it. Y'all giving away food like that? You already care about the tea? Oh, I think I watered down. My tea got watered down. I need some fresh.
What did you need, Jack?
Sweet tea. My tea got watered down.
Oh, okay.
Let me just stop drinking tea.
Have a drink.
You can put it down so I put the straw in there. Thank you. The door's already locked.
It shouldn't be. If not, that door. I don't know. Do you want me to check?
No, because I got my hands full and I don't want to drop my phone and my computer.
It's 11. I got you.
Thank you. Ready to drop the dang tablet, so I can't be dropping my phone and computer. Good night. What? They still got up someone in the drive-thru. See, if it was this raggedy ass, nasty ass McDonald's, they would have been like, no, Wendy's. Let me tell you what happened at Wendy's last 2 weeks ago. Now I'm in there, working on my report or whatever. It was 7:30. They talk about we gotta close because it's only ain't no one working the drive-thru. I said, what you got to do with me? Y'all closing the dining at 7:30, talking about they gotta clean up and close the door. I said, y'all got 4, 5, 6 people over there. I'm quite sure they would not want the owners of that place not want someone to close it down for no apparent reason. They gonna tell people they gotta leave. It was 30. Oops. Okay. Hold on, y'all. What's this playing down right here? I'm gonna lose y'all, while I'm start to drive. But let me tell you the reason why y'all still on here is because I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. Either it's a bug in the computer. My alarm went off. That means I need to go to bed in an hour. Ooh, look at that. Dang. I've been doing real good working out. I've been working in the pool, doing water weights. Let me see, 10 o'clock. Oh, nope, I ain't going to no LA Fitness. Gym closed at 11. There is a LA Fitness. No, I'm not going to do that. The other night I was in the gym and it was some dude come walking through the ladies' room like it was nothing. And then he had a hoodie on, all covered up. And then and I said, excuse me, you in the ladies' room. And he knew he was in that ladies' room. It was real late. He walked to the ladies' room. I mean, he went all the way inside, past the lockers. You had to open the door, go to the bathrooms, and then it's like the steam room and all that stuff. He knew what he was doing, because why would you be all covered up like no one couldn't see your face? It was cold. All right, we may lose connection, so as I'm driving, it's not gonna pick up no Wi-Fi. But I don't understand what's wrong with this laptop. It's like me to end this live stream, I have to turn off power off directly. So it's kind of funny. Who knows?